Hello everyone. So today we start with the next lecture, that is on prostaglandins. So prostaglandins are 20 carbon compounds and they act as local hormones. They are very important. So let's start prostaglandin. Now eicosanoids. Eicosa means 20 carbon and polyenoic acid with polyenoic fatty acid. These are together known as eicosanoids. These serve as local hormones. They need not to be transported in blood to act on distant tissues. Eicosanoids have been divided into two groups, that is prostanoid and leukotrienes. Prostanoids are then further divided into prostaglandins, thromboxane and the third one is prostacyclins, and the other group is leukotrienes and lipoxanes. So here we can see the structures. They all have a cyclopentane ring and total 20 carbons with acidic groups. They are all the derivatives of prostanoic acid, and only you can see some differences are there, some double bonds and some OH group. That is the main difference. In the pentocycline ring you can see somewhere it is hydroxyl group. So only these differences are there, otherwise the structures are same. They are all derivatives of prostanoic acid. Now we see the classification. Eicosanoids are divided into prostanoids and leukotrienes. Prostanoids are then further divided into prostaglandins, prostacyclins and thromboxanes. These prostaglandins are further divided into PGE, PGF, PGA, PGB. The same way prostacyclins are also there and thromboxanes are also there. Then prostaglandins. Now we start with the first class, that is prostaglandins. They were first discovered in human seminal fluid, that is seminal plasma, but now they are present in all mammalian tissue. About 30 prostaglandins have been identified from seminal fluid. They were also known as PGE, PGA1, PGE2, E3 and PGE2 alpha, 1 alpha, 2 PGF and so on. The above PGs differ in their chemical structure, but they have the same common structural features, that is they all are eicosanoids, fatty acid derivatives with cyclopentane ring and possess OH group at the position 15 and trans double bond at position 13. Now biosynthesis of prostaglandin. In the presence of PGH2 synthase enzyme, a microsomal enzyme arachidonic acid undergoes oxidative cyclization to yield parent prostaglandin PGH2. Then this PGH2 serves as a precursor of various prostaglandins, prostacyclin, thromboxanes. All are synthesized from this PGH2. This PGH2 synthase enzyme is also known as PG endoperoxide synthase complex. It is multi-enzyme complex. In mammals, two enzymes of PGH2 synthase exist. That is PGH2 synthase 1 and PGH2 synthase 2. PGH2 synthase enzyme is a cluster of two enzymes, that is cyclooxygenase and peroxidase, which catalyze the two reactions. So this COX is also cyclooxygenase. The function of now cyclooxygenase, the function of that is function of as arachidonic acid to PGG2. It introduces molecular oxygen into arachidonic acid to yield prostaglandin. Then function of peroxidase is to do reduction of PGG2. In second step, this peroxidase reduces PGG2 to prostaglandin H2. In presence of reduced glutathione, and this PGH2 thus formed is converted into prostaglandins, then prostacyclins and thromboxanes. See the diagram, you can see now the first in the cell membrane with the help of lysophospholipid, this arachidonic acid is synthesized. This arachidonic acid now takes molecular oxygen, gets oxidized by cyclooxygenase enzyme, then reduced by glutathione and folic tetrahydrofolate and heme. It is converted into cyclic endoperoxidase. This cyclic endoperoxidase then is PGG2. This PGG2 now forms PGH2 in presence of peroxidase enzyme. This peroxidase enzyme, now it has peroxidase system, that is system which converts it into FPG, that is prostaglandin F2 and prostaglandin E2. These are then dehydrogenated and isomerized into PGA2, PGB2, PGC2 and so on, all different types of prostaglandins. Now the inhibitors, these two enzymes are very important, that is phospholipase A2, which is also known as acyl hydrolase. This enzyme is stimulated by angiotensin, bradykinin, vasopressin, thrombin, trauma, hypoxia and epinephrine. Whereas this cyclooxygenase enzyme, it is inhibited by aspirin. Now this COG, that is cyclooxygenase, it is inhibited by aspirin, endomethacin, brufen and other as NSAIDs. Then the inhibitors are also glucocorticoids. So they are also inhibited by glucocorticoids. In this way, biosynthesis and regulation of prostaglandins we have seen. So three enzymes are important for the synthesis, that is phospholipase A2, cyclooxygenase of PGHS, and then peroxidase enzyme, and the last one is dehydrogenase and isomerase enzyme, which forms different forms, and it is stimulated by angiotensin, bradykinin and also hypoxia, thrombin, trauma and epinephrine, whereas it is inhibited by aspirin or non-steroidal all medicines, and then it is also inhibited by glucocorticoids. Now in human, biomedical significance, now prostaglandin. In human, about 1 milligram prostaglandin is synthesized per day. It mediates inflammation and produces pain and fever. NSAIDs like aspirin, acetyl salicylic acid, NSAIDs full form is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory agents. These are aspirin, ibuprofen, inhibits synthesis of prostaglandins by inhibiting enzyme cyclooxygenase, and so reduce pain and inflammation. And these are also used for the relief of toothache, body ache, headache, muscles, inflamed joints, etc. Aspirin is irreversible and other NSAIDs are reversible inhibitors of cyclooxygenase. Corticosteroids are used to treat inflammation, or corticosteroids inhibit the prostaglandin synthesis by inhibiting enzyme phospholipase A2, which inhibition of this enzyme restrict the availability of arachidonic acid for the synthesis of prostaglandins. Trauma, angiotensin 2, hypoxia, epinephrine, thrombin, these are stimulants which stimulate the prostaglandin synthesis by activating phospholipase enzyme A2. Now we come to the functions of prostaglandins. Prostaglandins have important role in all reactions. You see now, it has an important role in CV system, cardiovascular system, hematological response, platelet, action of gastrointestinal also, even in renal also, and we will see all the functions. Now anti-hypertensive action of prostaglandin E and prostaglandin A, which are potent vasodilators. Prostaglandins lowers the blood pressure by causing vasodilation and are used to control BP. Hematological response, you see, capillary permeability is increased by PGE1, E2, etc. Platelet, you see, PGE1 is a potent inhibitor of human platelet aggregation. So PGE1 is useful for harvesting and storage of platelet for therapeutic transfusion. Action on GI secretion, PGE1 and E2 and A1, that inhibits gastric secretion. So basal or stimulated feeding, histamine or pentagastrin. Prostaglandins are used for preventing or alleviating gastric ulcers. Pancreatic secretion, its action is opposite. It increases its volume and bicarbonate and enzyme content of pancreatic juice. Intestinal secretion, it increases mucus secretion. PGE1 given orally in human volunteers produce watery diarrhea. Now effect on smooth muscles. PGE and PGF produce contraction of longitudinal muscles from stomach to colon. Bronchial muscles, now it contracts and relax because of PGF and PGE. And tracheal musculature, thus PGE1 and E2 have been used in treatment of status asthmaticus. Then uterine muscles, you see, whether pregnant or not, contraction of uterus, it is by PGE1, E2 and F2 alpha, F2A when given IV. Then PGs induce uterine muscle contraction and are used to prevent conception for induction of labor at or near term or full termination of pregnancy in the first and second trimester, that is abortifacient. Now metabolic effects, lipolysis is decreased due to inhibition of adenylate cyclase, which lowers cyclic AMP. It exert parathyroid like effects, exert thyrotropin like effects. It stimulates steroid production. Then renal action, intravenous infusion of PGE and A produce increased renal plasma flow, increased GFR, glomerular filtration rate, and increased urinary flow. Now a role in inflammation. In inflammation, when it is in trauma or burn or any, vasodilation is produced because of PGE and PGD2. It increases capillary permeability, erythema and wheal formation. Immunological response, the function of beta cell and T lymphocytes. In response to lymphocyte mitogenic factors, PGE secreted by macrophages may modulate or decrease. PGE1 and PGE2 are used to control bronchial asthma and nasal congestion. PG have purgative action. It decreases intraocular pressure and are used in treatment of glaucoma. It is used in treatment of erectile dysfunction. It is used to treat cyanotic heart defects and to manage pulmonary stenosis in newborns. Certain PGs stimulate the tubular reabsorption of water. Now next it is thromboxanes. They are synthesized from PGH2 in blood platelets. Thromboxane synthase, an enzyme present in thrombocytes, convert PGH2 into thromboxanes. These thromboxanes have short half-life of about 30 seconds and is inactivated by thromboxane 2. These are responsible for vasoconstriction. Till now we have seen that prostaglandins were with vasodilation. Now these are with vasoconstriction and it constrict the blood vessel. Platelet aggregation and mobilization of intracellular calcium. Now you see here prostacyclin, we will see the difference between prostacyclin and thromboxane. So prostacyclins are also synthesized from PGH2. It is also synthesized from PGH2. Only the difference, first two enzymes are same. Here it is prostacyclin synthase, here it is thrombexin synthase. These prostacyclins, they do vasodilation of blood vessels. Due to it increase cyclic AMP level and inhibit platelet aggregation, whereas thrombexin decrease cyclic AMP level and platelet aggregation, and it forms vasoconstriction. Now thrombexin inhibit the synthesis of is inhibited by aspirin and platelet aggregation, and hence prevents the blood coagulation. So aspirin is recommended to reduce the risk of heart attack in patients of coronary heart disease, and it prevents the formation of blood clot or thrombus in coronary arteries. It also plays important role in vasoconstriction or vasospasm of coronary artery in Prinzmetal's angina, also called as variant angina. Variant angina results from vasoconstriction of coronary arteries, which reduce blood supply to cardiac muscle due to narrowing of arteries. It does not result from atherosclerosis of coronary arteries. Dipyrimidine, an inhibitor of enzyme thrombexin synthase, is used as drug to treat vasoconstriction related disorders. Now prostacyclins, they are also synthesized from PGH2 in endothelium of blood vessels and in heart and kidneys. Prostacyclin synthase, a microsomal enzyme, converts PGH2 into PGI, that is prostacyclin. Prostacyclin and thrombexin have antagonistic actions. Thrombexins cause vasoconstriction and platelet aggregation, whereas prostacyclin inhibit platelet aggregation and causes vasodilation. So you can see the antagonism between prostacyclin and thrombexins. Prostacyclin, it lowers blood pressure, whereas thrombexin, it increases blood pressure. It relaxes coronary artery, whereas thrombexin constricts coronary artery. It inhibits platelet aggregation, whereas it stimulates platelet aggregation. It increases cyclic, these are all because of increase in cyclic AMP, and it is responsible for decrease in cyclic. Now the last one, that is leukotrienes and lipoxins. Leukotrienes are a group of conjugated trienes that differ in the position of peroxide group introduced by various lipoxygenase. There are several lipoxygenase like 5 lipoxygenase, 12 lipoxygenase, 15 lipoxygenase, which are present in leukocyte, platelet, mast cells, macrophages, heart, brain, lung and spleen. They insert molecular oxygen at different positions into arachidonic acid to yield leukotrienes, which are known as LT, LTA4, C4, A5, B5, B and so on. The various lipoxygenases are mixed function oxidase that use cytochrome P450. Now non-steroidal like aspirin does not inhibit the synthesis of leukotriene, whereas prostaglandin, it inhibits the synthesis of prostaglandin and thrombexin. Prolonged aspirin is used in arthritis, may enhance the production of leukotriene, which may cause bronchospasm and also known as aspirin induced bronchial asthma. Lipooxygenase present in arterial wall catalyzes the synthesis of lipoxins, that is LXA4 in leukocytes. Lipoxins have their role in immunoregulatory function. Here you can see the structure of leukotriene. Now it has important role in vasoconstriction, bronchoconstriction, vascular permeability, smooth muscle contraction, attraction and activation of polymorphonuclear leukocytes, allergic reaction and also in inflammation. So thank you very much. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.